5 Subtle Signs She's Into You Old Stoic. Psychology Tricks. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something many men sense, but struggle to understand, the quiet signals of attraction. Have you ever felt like a woman might be interested in you, yet you couldn't quite explain why? Maybe she seemed engaged one moment and distant the next. Moments like that leave many men confused. The truth is, attraction rarely announces itself loudly. More often, it appears through small gestures, subtle expressions, and quiet shifts in behavior that most people overlook. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius once reminded us, what we do now echoes in eternity. The same idea applies to human connection. Small actions often reveal deeper intentions. In this video, we're going to explore 5 subtle signs that can reveal when a woman is genuinely interested in you. These signals are not random habits or coincidences. They come from deeply rooted patterns in human psychology and emotional communication. Many men have witnessed these behaviors before but never fully realized what they meant. By the time you finish this video, you will begin to see these signals differently. More importantly, you'll understand why they happen. That understanding alone can completely change the way you approach conversations, dating, and relationships. And this topic matters more than many people think. Recognizing attraction is not simply about romance. It is about awareness, respect, and emotional intelligence. When you understand these cues, you avoid unnecessary confusion. You stop guessing. You respond with calm confidence rather than hesitation. Let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced a situation where a woman seemed fully engaged, leaning closer, smiling, maintaining eye contact, and then suddenly appeared distant or reserved? Many men interpret this as mixed signals. In reality, women often communicate interest through nonverbal behavior rather than direct statements. Learning to read these behaviors opens the door to a completely different level of connection. To understand these signals, we need to start with the psychology behind attraction itself. Throughout human history, women have naturally paid attention to qualities that suggest stability, presence, and emotional reliability. This doesn't simply refer to physical strength. More often, it reflects traits such as calm confidence, attentiveness, and the ability to create a sense of safety in conversation. Here is something many men misunderstand. While men are often influenced strongly by visual attraction, women tend to respond more deeply to emotional and psychological experiences. In simple terms, what often matters most is not the car you drive or the watch you wear. What matters is the way a woman feels when she is around you. When a woman feels respected, understood, and emotionally comfortable, something powerful happens. A deeper level of attraction begins to form, one that goes beyond appearances. But attraction can also be subtle and complex. Women rarely announce their feelings directly. Instead, they reveal interest through patterns of behavior. A single gesture may mean nothing, but when several small signals appear together, they begin to tell a much clearer story. This is why awareness is so important. When you learn to recognize the difference between friendliness and genuine attraction, you move through social situations with far greater clarity. You stop overthinking. You stop misreading the moment. And that's exactly what we're about to explore. In just a moment, we'll reveal the first of these 5 subtle signs, and once you see it, you may realize you've noticed it many times before without understanding what it truly meant. Sign 1. Genuine eye contact. Genuine eye contact is one of the oldest and most revealing signals in human connection, and if you pay attention, you will see it long before words ever reveal the truth. A woman who feels drawn to you often communicates it first through her eyes. Have you ever noticed her holding your gaze just a moment longer than normal? Not the quick, polite glance people exchange in everyday conversation, but a steady look that lingers for an extra second. That moment matters. That pause carries meaning. Genuine eye contact is rarely accidental. It is intentional, quiet, and powerful. Often it comes with subtle signs most men overlook: her pupils slightly dilating, her expression softening, a small warmth appearing in the corners of her smile. These details may seem minor, yet they belong to the deeper patterns of female psychology, and they reveal far more than spoken words ever could. Human beings have relied on eye contact to communicate trust and attraction for thousands of years. Long before text messages, dating apps, or modern social rules, the eyes carried the message. They still do. In the language of female psychology, sustained eye contact signals openness, curiosity, and emotional presence. When a woman feels comfortable and intrigued by a man, her instinct draws her eyes back to him again and again. It is a quiet invitation. It says, without speaking, I notice you. I am paying attention. That is why understanding these small signals becomes one of the most valuable psychology tricks a man can learn. Not manipulative tricks, not games, simply awareness. The ability to observe what most people miss. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When a woman's thoughts turn toward you with interest, her eyes reveal it first. Watch carefully and you will see it. But here is the critical point many men misunderstand. Recognition alone is not enough. You must respond correctly. Do not panic. Do not break the moment by looking away immediately as if you have been caught doing something wrong. And do not stare intensely like you are trying to prove something. Both reactions destroy the natural rhythm of connection. Instead, be calm. Be steady. When she holds your gaze, you must meet it with relaxed confidence. Hold eye contact for a moment. Let your expression remain warm. Add a natural smile, not forced, not exaggerated, simply genuine. This simple response tells her something powerful. You are comfortable with connection. You are not intimidated by presence. You understand the silent language of attraction. That is one of the most overlooked psychology tricks in social interaction. Confidence is rarely loud. It is quiet. It appears in the ability to stay present in a simple moment. Many men believe attraction is built through clever lines or dramatic gestures, but the truth is simpler. Attraction often grows through small moments of recognition. Two people sharing a glance. Two people noticing each other. Two people allowing the moment to breathe instead of rushing past it. When you understand female psychology, you begin to realize that connection often develops through these subtle exchanges. It is not about impressing. It is about presence. Eye contact creates a brief bridge between two people. When she holds that bridge open, your role is simple. Walk across it calmly. This is also why eye contact plays a major role in how to fall in love. Love rarely begins with grand declarations. It begins with attention, with noticing, with two people feeling seen. A meaningful gaze communicates something deeper than attraction alone. It signals emotional awareness. It says, "You're here. I am here. Let us share this moment." That shared awareness forms the early foundation of closeness. Do not underestimate its power. Another important detail is consistency. Genuine interest rarely appears as a single glance. You will often notice a pattern. She looks at you when you are speaking. She looks again when the conversation pauses. Sometimes she looks, then briefly looks away, then returns her gaze. These rhythms are not random. They are part of natural female psychology. Curiosity pulls attention back. If you begin noticing these patterns, you are already observing one of the most effective psychology tricks in human interaction, paying attention to repetition. A single signal may mean nothing. Repeated signals create meaning. But remember this important rule. Do not overanalyze. Do not turn every glance into a complicated mystery. The purpose of understanding these signs is not to create anxiety. It is to create awareness. When you notice genuine eye contact, simply acknowledge the moment. Stay calm. Stay natural. Continue the conversation. Presence matters more than performance. Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." In social life, awareness is preparation. Recognizing subtle signals prepares you to respond when opportunity appears. That is how simple moments turn into meaningful connections. That is how conversations evolve into attraction. And that is often the first quiet step in how to fall in love. So remember this clearly. Do not ignore the eyes. They rarely lie. When a woman's gaze lingers, when warmth appears in her expression, when she meets your eyes with openness, something important is happening beneath the surface. Notice it. Respect it. Respond with calm confidence. Be steady. Be present. That is the difference between the man who misses opportunities and the man who understands the silent language of attraction. And when you begin recognizing these patterns of female psychology, when you learn these subtle psychology tricks, you start to see that connection is not complicated at all. It is simply two people recognizing each other in a moment of honest attention. That moment begins with the eyes. Sign 2. Subtle touches. One of the quietest signals of attraction is also one of the most powerful. Subtle touches. They appear small, almost accidental, easy to dismiss if you are not paying attention. Yet in human interaction, touch often reveals what words carefully hide. A light brush of her fingers against your hand during conversation. A brief tap on your arm when she laughs at something you say. Her hand resting on your shoulder for a moment longer than necessary. On the surface, these gestures seem casual, even harmless. But look closer. These are not random movements. They're invitations. Quiet signals that she feels comfortable enough to close the physical distance between you. Many men overlook this moment completely. They focus on words, on logic, on trying to decode every sentence she says. But attraction rarely lives in language. It lives in behavior. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." The same principle applies here. Attraction is embodied, not announced. A woman who feels drawn to you rarely says it directly. Instead, she communicates through small actions that reveal trust, curiosity, and emotional openness. Think about it carefully. Touch is one of the most ancient forms of human communication. Long before words existed, people used physical contact to show safety and connection. From a psychological perspective, touch activates emotional bonding mechanisms in the brain. It lowers tension. It increases familiarity. It builds a sense of closeness faster than conversation alone ever could. That is why subtle touches matter so much. They are rarely planned. They are instinctive. When a woman lightly touches your arm while making a point, she is not just emphasizing a sentence. She is testing emotional proximity. She is quietly asking, "Do you feel this connection too?" But here is the critical part most men miss. Do not panic. Do not overanalyze. Do not jump to conclusions. And above all, do not react in a way that breaks the natural rhythm of the interaction. The goal is not to force anything forward. The goal is awareness. Calm awareness. A high-value man does not scramble when attraction appears. He notices it. He respects it. He responds with quiet confidence. Imagine a conversation at a cafe. She laughs and lightly touches your forearm for half a second. That moment is information. Nothing more. Nothing less. A signal that she feels comfortable stepping into your personal space. Your response should mirror that same calm energy. Perhaps later in the conversation, when making a point, you briefly touch her shoulder in the same relaxed, natural way. No exaggeration. No dramatic gesture. Just a simple reflection of the connection already present. This is important. Mirroring is powerful. Humans instinctively feel closer to people who subtly mirror their behavior. Psychologists call this behavioral synchrony. Stoic wisdom would simply call it harmony. When two people move in rhythm, comfort grows. Attraction deepens. But remember this rule. Never rush. Attraction grows best when it feels effortless. A man who tries too hard immediately destroys the atmosphere. You must stay composed. Stay grounded. Be relaxed. Let the interaction breathe. That calm presence is what people often describe as masculine energy. It is not loud. It is not aggressive. It is steady, controlled, and reassuring. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." In modern terms, this means something very practical. Do not perform confidence. Embody it quietly. When you carry yourself with calm certainty, you naturally attract women because you create an environment where they feel safe expressing interest without pressure. Now consider the deeper layer of these subtle touches. Often they happen when a woman is emotionally engaged in the conversation. She laughs at your joke. She touches your arm. She tells a story and briefly rests her hand near yours on the table. These gestures are not only about physical attraction. They're about emotional alignment. She feels comfortable enough to let her guard down. And that is exactly why your reaction matters. If you become stiff, awkward, or overly analytical, you break the flow. If you suddenly escalate physical contact too aggressively, you also break the flow. The correct response lives in the middle. Calm awareness, gentle reciprocity. That balance signals maturity. This is the mindset of a high value man. He does not chase validation. He observes. He responds thoughtfully. He understands that connection grows through subtle exchanges rather than dramatic gestures. There is also another important reason women use subtle touches. They're a low risk way to test chemistry. Directly stating attraction carries social risk. But a light touch? That can easily be dismissed if the other person reacts poorly. It allows her to explore the possibility of closeness without fully exposing herself to rejection. So, if you notice this behavior, understand what it means. She is opening a small door. Your job is not to kick it wide open. Your job is simply to step through it calmly. Be relaxed. Be attentive. Maintain eye contact. Continue the conversation naturally. When the moment feels appropriate, mirror the energy she has already created. This quiet synchronization is how emotional tension transforms into romantic tension. Men who understand this dynamic often appear effortlessly attractive, not because they are trying to impress anyone, but because they move with emotional intelligence. They sense the rhythm of interaction and respect it. That is the essence of authentic masculine energy. Another key point: subtle touches almost always appear repeatedly when genuine interest exists. A single accidental brush may mean nothing, but patterns reveal intention. If she frequently finds small ways to make contact, touching your arm during stories, brushing your hand while walking, adjusting something on your jacket, pay attention. Human behavior rarely repeats without purpose. At that point, the connection is already forming beneath the surface. Words may still be casual. The conversation may seem ordinary, but the body language is telling a deeper story. Still, discipline is essential. Stoicism teaches emotional control for a reason. If you react impulsively, you risk disrupting the very connection you are trying to build. Stay centered. Let things unfold naturally. Remember this principle: attraction grows strongest in the presence of calm confidence. A high value man does not force chemistry. He creates space for it. His presence feels grounded. His reactions are measured. His attention is genuine. That combination naturally helps him attract women without manipulation or pressure. In the end, subtle touches are not dramatic signals. They are quiet invitations, small bridges between two people exploring whether deeper connection exists. When you recognize them, respond with awareness. Be respectful. Mirror the energy. Maintain composure. Do that consistently, and something remarkable happens. The interaction begins to feel effortless. The conversation flows. The distance between two strangers slowly dissolves. And that is when attraction stops being a mystery and becomes something far simpler: two people recognizing the same quiet signal at the same time. If you caught that signal, you're already ahead of most men. Because subtle touches are never random, they're invitations. Quiet signals of comfort. Small bridges she builds to see if you'll meet her halfway. And a man who understands these moments doesn't rush, but he doesn't ignore them either. He stays calm, present, and aware. So if you're the kind of man who notices the little signals and responds with confidence, drop this in the comments right now: I notice the signs, and I respond with calm confidence. Like the video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, the strongest connections often begin with the smallest touch. Sign 3. Active listening and engaged responses. Sign 3 is one of the most overlooked signals in modern dating, yet it may be the clearest window into a woman's true interest: active listening and deeply engaged responses. Many men search for dramatic gestures or obvious flirtation, but old Stoic wisdom reminds us that truth often lives in the quiet details. Watch carefully. Notice the subtle shifts. When a woman leans slightly toward you as you speak, when she nods gently as if absorbing every word, when she mirrors your gestures without even realizing it, These are not random movements. These are signals of attention, signals of curiosity, signals of connection. You might notice she asks thoughtful follow-up questions instead of letting the conversation fade. You might see her laugh at your joke just a moment longer than expected, not because the joke itself was extraordinary, but because she is enjoying the moment with you. These small reactions reveal something powerful. She is present, fully present. And presence is rare in the modern world where phones buzz, screens glow, and attention drifts constantly from one distraction to another. When a woman chooses to focus on you despite all the noise around her, she is telling you something without saying a word. She values the interaction. She values the exchange of ideas. She values the energy you bring into the room. The ancient Stoics understood this principle long before modern psychology confirmed it. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have two ears and one mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." That is not just advice for communication. That is a blueprint for connection. A woman who is attracted to you will often reveal it through listening more deeply than others do. She leans forward because your words matter to her. She maintains eye contact because your thoughts hold her interest. She asks questions because she wants to understand the person behind the words. This is not performance. This is engagement. And engagement is the foundation of attraction. Modern psychology explains that when people feel emotionally drawn to someone, their brain naturally increases focus and attentiveness toward that person. Their curiosity grows. Their desire to understand grows. Their attention sharpens. In other words, attraction often expresses itself through concentration, through listening, through presence. Now here is where many men make a crucial mistake. They notice this engagement, but instead of matching it with calm confidence, they begin to overperform. They talk too much. They try too hard to impress. They rush to fill every silence with more words. That is the wrong move. The right move is discipline. The right move is balance. The right move is what old Stoic wisdom has taught for centuries. Remain centered. Remain aware. Remain composed. When she leans in, you lean in slightly as well. When she shares something personal, you respond thoughtfully instead of rushing to your next story. When she asks a question, you answer with clarity and then invite her perspective in return. This creates rhythm. This creates flow. This creates the kind of conversation that feels effortless yet meaningful. Remember, attraction grows in spaces where two people feel heard and understood. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In conversations, the way is attention. Attention becomes the bridge between two minds. When a woman listens closely, she is opening that bridge. Your job is not to overwhelm it with noise. Your job is to walk across it calmly and confidently. Maintain eye contact. Speak clearly. Ask open-ended questions that invite her to reveal more about herself. Ask about what excites her, what challenges her, what inspires her. Then listen, really listen. Because the moment she feels genuinely understood, something powerful happens. Trust begins to form. Comfort grows. Attraction deepens. This is where Stoicism win truly applies to modern relationships. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotion. It is about mastering your presence. It is about holding an iron mind, steady, calm, observant. A man with an iron mind does not panic during silence. He does not rush to impress. He does not chase approval. Instead, he listens. He absorbs. He responds with intention. And that calm attentiveness is incredibly attractive because it communicates confidence without arrogance. In a world where most people are waiting impatiently for their turn to speak, the man who actually listens stands apart immediately. This is why active listening from her is such a powerful signal. If she maintains that focus on you, if she keeps the conversation alive with thoughtful responses, if she mirrors your energy and stays engaged, she is investing emotional attention in the interaction. And attention is the currency of attraction. Protect that moment. Respect that moment. Match it with equal presence. Do not let your mind wander. Do not glance at your phone. Do not break the rhythm by drifting mentally somewhere else. She will notice immediately if your attention fractures. Engagement must be mutual for connection to grow. When both people lean into the conversation, something rare happens. The interaction begins to feel natural, almost magnetic. Minutes pass like seconds. The environment fades into the background. Two people simply enjoying the exchange of thoughts. That is the space where genuine attraction develops. This is exactly why Stoicism win is more relevant today than ever before. Modern dating culture often encourages noise, exaggeration, and constant self promotion. But the Stoic path teaches something far more powerful: calm clarity, focused presence, quiet confidence. When you cultivate an iron mind, you bring stability into every conversation. You are not trying to prove your worth. You are demonstrating it through your composure, through your listening, through your thoughtful responses. And when she sees that stability, she relaxes. She opens up more. She continues leaning forward instead of pulling away. Remember this principle carefully. Attention creates attraction. If she gives you attention, recognize it. If she listens closely, honor that effort. If she engages deeply, match that depth with your own presence. This is not complicated. It is simply rare. And rarity creates value. The Stoics believed that mastery of self leads to mastery of life. Dating is no different. When you control your focus, when you hold your composure, when you listen with genuine interest, you create a space where connection can flourish naturally. That is old Stoic wisdom in action. Calm mind, clear presence, meaningful dialogue. Practice this consistently and you will notice something powerful. Conversations become richer, connections become deeper, and opportunities appear naturally. This is how Stoicism win manifests in real life. Not through loud displays, not through forced charisma, but through quiet discipline, steady awareness, and the unshakable presence of an iron mind. Sign 4. Playful teasing or flirting. This is where the tone of the interaction shifts from polite conversation into something far more interesting, and if you are paying attention to the deeper patterns of female psychology, you will recognize that playful teasing is rarely random. It is intentional. It is a signal. It is one of those subtle psychology tricks people use without even realizing it. A natural way attraction begins to reveal itself through humor, curiosity, and light tension. When a woman starts teasing you, maybe she jokingly questions your taste in music, lightly challenges your opinion, or mock argues about something completely trivial. She is not creating conflict. She is creating energy. That is the difference most men miss. They hear the words, but fail to read the intention behind them. Teasing is often a safe way for her to test the emotional atmosphere between the two of you. It allows her to create connection without exposing herself too directly. That is how female psychology works in many social situations. Attraction grows through small emotional experiments, little moments of play that reveal whether two people can laugh together, challenge each other, and enjoy the rhythm of interaction. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote, "It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages." In the early stages of attraction, playful teasing is one of the earliest signs that friendship and attraction are beginning to blend together. She is testing whether you can move with her energy rather than resist it. That is where many men lose momentum. They take the teasing literally. They become defensive. They try to explain themselves. Don't do that. Be relaxed. Be present. That is the correct response. When she lightly jokes about your drink choice or your favorite sports team, understand the deeper message. She is inviting you into a playful dynamic. The correct move is simple. Smile. Respond with humor. Return the playful tone without turning it into a competition. Remember this rule. Flirting is not a debate. It is a dance. If she says, "You actually like that drink," you don't defend yourself with a long explanation. You simply smile and say something playful back like, "Careful, if you judge my drink choices this early, I might have to judge yours too." Light, confident, effortless. That is how attraction flows. These moments may appear small, but they are powerful signals hidden inside everyday conversation. Many modern relationship experts call them micro-connections, subtle exchanges that reveal whether two people can create emotional momentum together. And if you understand the psychology tricks behind attraction, you will see that teasing is often one of the earliest ways someone begins learning how to fall in love with another person. Love rarely starts with grand gestures. It begins with laughter, with curiosity, with playful tension that slowly builds comfort and excitement at the same time. Think about it. When two people can tease each other gently, they're revealing something important. They feel safe enough to relax. Safety is the foundation of connection in female psychology. A woman who feels comfortable joking with you is showing that her guard is lowering. She is letting you see a more relaxed version of her personality. That is why your reaction matters so much. You must handle these moments correctly. Do not freeze. Do not analyze every word. Do not try to impress her with clever lines. Simply stay present and enjoy the moment. Humor works best when it feels natural. As Oscar Wilde famously said, life is too important to be taken seriously. The same principle applies to attraction. When a conversation becomes playful, it means the interaction has moved beyond formality and into something more personal. That is progress. Another key detail to understand is that teasing often serves as a subtle test, not a harsh test, not an uncomfortable one, but a small emotional check to see how grounded you are. She is observing your reaction. Do you stay relaxed? Do you smile? Do you keep the conversation fun? Or do you become tense and overly serious? Your response tells her more than your words ever could. Confidence is rarely about what you say. It is about how you carry yourself in moments of uncertainty. If you remain calm and playful, you demonstrate something extremely attractive, emotional steadiness. And that is deeply appealing in female psychology. Women are often drawn to men who can keep the emotional tone light, who don't panic when conversations shift direction, and who understand the subtle psychology tricks that turn ordinary interaction into connection. Remember this. Teasing is not an attack. It is an invitation. Treat it that way. If she playfully challenges you, meet the challenge with humor. If she jokes about something small, laugh and keep the momentum going. Never try to dominate the moment. Never try to prove yourself. Just enjoy the exchange. Because that playful rhythm is exactly where attraction grows. Over time, these moments accumulate. One joke becomes another. One laugh becomes a shared memory. Slowly, almost invisibly, the emotional bond begins to form. This is how many relationships quietly begin. Not through dramatic declarations, but through small sparks of playful energy that build familiarity and warmth. That is why understanding these signals is important if you truly want to learn how to fall in love in a healthy, natural way. Attraction thrives when interactions feel light and authentic. If you can laugh together, tease each other gently, and keep the atmosphere relaxed, you create the perfect environment for connection to deepen. The mistake many men make is overthinking every signal. They search for certainty instead of enjoying the moment. But attraction is rarely built through analysis. It is built through shared experience, through laughter, through the simple joy of two people discovering they enjoy each other's company. So when you notice playful teasing, recognize what it really is. It is not random behavior. It is a doorway, a small but meaningful sign that the emotional tone between you has shifted into something warmer, something more personal. Step through that doorway with calm confidence. Smile. Respond playfully. Keep the interaction easy and natural. Because when you understand these subtle patterns of female psychology, when you recognize the quiet psychology tricks hidden inside everyday conversation, you begin to see attraction more clearly. And when you respond with relaxed humor and genuine presence, you show that you are someone who understands the deeper rhythm of human connection. Someone who knows that the journey of how to fall in love often begins with something as simple as a shared laugh across the table. If this opened your eyes, don't just watch, take action. Like the video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and join the conversation below. And if you truly understand this sign of attraction, drop this sentence in the comments right now. Confidence laughs and playful energy builds the connection. Because the man who understands the language of humor and responds with calm confidence is the man who keeps the spark alive. Sign 5. Prioritizing time with you. When a woman genuinely likes you, One of the clearest signals appears in the way she manages her time. Life is busy for everyone. Work calls, family obligations, endless responsibilities. Yet when a woman is truly interested, she quietly rearranges pieces of her day so that you fit into it. That might look simple on the surface. Maybe she agrees to meet for coffee after a long day. Maybe she suggests a walk on the weekend. Maybe she sends a message just to talk for a few minutes between tasks. Small gestures. But don't underestimate them. These moments are not accidents. They're decisions. And decisions reveal intention. Understand this clearly. Time is one of the most valuable resources any person has. Money can be earned again. Opportunities can return. But time never comes back. So when a woman chooses to spend her time with you, even when her schedule is tight, she is sending a quiet but powerful message. You matter. She sees you as someone worth investing in. Psychologically, people rarely rearrange their lives for someone they feel indifferent about. They make time for what they value. That is human nature. Now listen carefully. Many men overlook this sign because it doesn't always look dramatic. There may be no grand declaration, no obvious confession, just consistent effort. A text asking if you're free later, a suggestion to grab lunch, a simple "let's catch up soon." Don't ignore these moments. Be aware. A man who understands these signals moves through relationships with calm clarity. That is the mindset of a high-value man. He observes actions, not just words. And here is the deeper truth. When a woman prioritizes time with you, she is testing something quietly. She is testing whether your presence feels good in her life. She is asking herself a simple question. Is this man someone I want to see more of? Your response to her effort matters more than you think. Don't dismiss it. Don't act indifferent. And don't take it for granted. Appreciation builds connection. So, how should you respond? First, acknowledge the effort. A simple sentence can carry great meaning. Say something honest. I appreciate you making time for me. That's it. Clear. Sincere. Be a man who recognizes effort. Gratitude is attractive because it reflects maturity and emotional awareness, qualities that naturally attract women. Second, reciprocate with intention. If she sets aside time for you, be present. Put the phone away. Listen carefully. Engage in the conversation. Be curious about her thoughts. Be relaxed. Be confident. That is how masculine energy expresses itself, not through loud words, but through calm presence and attentiveness. Don't rush the moment. Enjoy it. Connection grows in simple spaces. Third, create experiences worth remembering. Suggest meaningful activities. A quiet cafe conversation. A walk through the city. A spontaneous weekend plan. When a man takes initiative with thoughtfulness, it shows direction and emotional stability. These are the quiet traits of a high-value man. They don't shout. They simply exist. And women notice. Remember this principle. Relationships grow through mutual investment. When both people contribute time, attention, and energy, the bond becomes stronger naturally. You don't need tricks. You don't need complicated strategies. You simply need awareness and authenticity. A man who respects time, his own and hers, radiates natural masculine energy. He understands that meaningful relationships are built slowly through repeated moments of shared presence. That is why recognizing this sign matters so much. It reveals genuine interest. It reveals emotional openness. And when you respond with appreciation and confidence, you strengthen the connection effortlessly. So be mindful. When she prioritizes time with you, see it for what it truly is, a quiet invitation to build something deeper. Accept it with grace, led with calm confidence, and continue becoming the kind of man whose presence naturally attracts women, not through force, but through character, awareness, and the steady energy of a high-value man. Common misinterpretations of female signals. One of the greatest mistakes men make when trying to understand attraction is confusing politeness with genuine interest. This is where calm observation matters. This is where maturity matters. Not every smile is a signal of desire, and not every kind word is an invitation. A polite smile, a quick compliment, or a brief friendly reply may simply be good manners. Nothing more. A man guided by old Stoic wisdom understands this immediately. He does not rush to conclusions. He does not build fantasies from small gestures. He studies the full picture. Remember this rule. One signal means little. Patterns reveal truth. A single smile is courtesy. A smile combined with steady eye contact, engaged conversation, and consistent attention begins to show real interest. That is the difference. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius once wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. The mature man controls interpretation instead of reacting emotionally to every small behavior. In modern life, where communication is fast, casual, and often misunderstood, this principle is more valuable than ever. Messages, emojis, quick jokes, or friendly banter can easily be misread. Do not fall into that trap. A man with an iron mind watches patterns over time. He observes how she behaves consistently, not just once. Does she return to conversation? Does she invest effort? Does she show curiosity about you? These are the signals that matter. Real attraction shows itself through comfort, attention, and repeated engagement. Everything else is background noise. And here is another powerful rule that many men overlook. Never overanalyze. Overthinking destroys presence. Overthinking creates tension. When a man spends every moment dissecting every word, every smile, every pause, he loses the natural flow of connection. Attraction grows in relaxed confidence, not in mental chaos. The Stoics taught clarity of thought and steadiness of character. This is why old Stoic wisdom remains powerful even today. You stay grounded. You observe calmly. You respond wisely. That is the mindset that helps you navigate relationships with dignity and confidence. If uncertainty appears, choose honesty instead of confusion. Ask simple questions. Speak clearly. Something as straightforward as, I enjoy talking with you. What do you think? Can remove hours of guessing. Directness shows self-respect. Directness shows calm confidence. The writer Epictetus reminded us, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. In dating, what is in your power is your attitude, your composure, and your clarity. Not her reaction, not her mood, not her signals. Focus on what you control. When you carry yourself with this mindset, something remarkable happens. You stop chasing signs. You start recognizing truth. You stop reacting emotionally. You start leading the interaction with calm strength. This is the spirit behind Stoicism win, mastering your reactions so that life never pulls you into confusion. A man with an iron mind understands patience. He understands that attraction is revealed through consistency, not through isolated moments. He stays present. He stays relaxed. He lets the situation unfold naturally. That calm confidence is attractive in itself. That steadiness communicates maturity without saying a word. In fact, the more relaxed and grounded you are, the easier it becomes for genuine signals to appear clearly. People reveal themselves naturally when they feel comfortable. And that is the quiet advantage of living with old Stoic wisdom. You are never rushed. You are never desperate for answers. You simply observe, respond, and continue moving forward with clarity. In the end, the lesson is simple but powerful. Look for patterns, not isolated actions. Stay calm, not reactive. Choose clarity over confusion. Carry an iron mind, practice Stoicism win, and remember that real attraction does not hide forever. It reveals itself through consistent behavior. When you master this perspective, you stop chasing signals and start understanding people. That is how a thoughtful man reads the room, understands the moment, and moves through life with quiet confidence. If this message resonates with you, don't just listen, act with clarity and confidence. A wise man doesn't chase illusions or guess every signal. He reads the situation calmly and moves forward with honesty. So take a moment and join the conversation below. Comment the sentence to remind yourself of the mindset that separates confusion from confidence. I choose clarity over overthinking. If you believe that understanding signals with calm judgment is the path to stronger connections, write that line in the comments. like the video, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom that helps you move through life and relationships with quiet strength. How to respond when you notice these signs. When you begin to notice these subtle signals of interest, the most important thing you must bring into the moment is confidence, calm, grounded confidence that doesn't beg for approval and doesn't rush to impress. Many men see the signs yet hesitate, overanalyze, or second guess themselves, and that hesitation quietly drains the natural energy of attraction. Don't do that. Be steady. Be present. That is the first principle behind many effective psychology tricks and one of the most overlooked truths about female psychology. When a woman shows small signs of comfort, engaged conversation, genuine smiles, curiosity about your life, she is often opening a door for connection, not handing you a complicated puzzle to solve. Your role is simple. Recognize the invitation. Respond with composure. Attraction grows best when a man appears comfortable with himself and the moment he is in. Don't overperform. Don't rush into proving your worth. Be natural. Speak clearly. Smile when it feels right. Maintain eye contact. These simple behaviors communicate something powerful without a single word. You are secure in who you are. Many experienced relationship thinkers often echo the same idea. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once suggested in his Reflections on Character, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The same principle applies here. Don't analyze attraction endlessly. Embody calm confidence and let your actions speak. When you notice the signs and the atmosphere feels warm and relaxed, that is your moment to move forward. Not dramatically, not aggressively, simply and clearly. Suggest something you can enjoy together. Invite her for coffee. Mention a place you both might like to visit. A relaxed invitation often works better than elaborate strategies because it shows emotional clarity. This is where many psychology tricks about attraction actually become simple. The real trick is honesty paired with calm presence. In female psychology, emotional safety and authenticity matter far more than rehearsed lines or complicated tactics. If you show genuine interest while maintaining composure, you naturally create the conditions for how to fall in love to unfold organically. Remember this. Don't chase approval. Don't hide behind endless texting or vague signals. Be direct in a respectful way. Say what you mean. Invite connection. This approach demonstrates emotional maturity, and emotional maturity is one of the most powerful attraction signals a man can send. When a woman senses that you are comfortable expressing interest without pressure or drama, she feels at ease responding honestly. That's how genuine connections begin. And here is something many men overlook. The goal is not manipulation. The goal is alignment. The best psychology tricks are simply understanding human nature. Female psychology often responds positively to men who are decisive yet respectful, confident yet relaxed. So when the moment arrives, don't shrink back into uncertainty. Step forward with quiet assurance. Smile. Extend the invitation. Let the interaction flow naturally. If she accepts, wonderful. Now the journey toward how to fall in love can grow through shared experiences and real conversations. If she declines, accept it with the same calm confidence. That response alone shows character. Because in the end, attraction is not about forcing outcomes. It is about presenting your true self with clarity and strength. And when you consistently do that, when you remain steady, authentic, and socially aware, you are already practicing the most effective psychology tricks of all, the kind that align perfectly with both human nature and female psychology, and the kind that quietly open the door for something real to develop into how to fall in love over time. Hello, my friend, and thank you for spending this time with me today. Before we close, let's remember the key lesson together. When a woman is truly interested, the signs are often quiet but meaningful. Genuine eye contact that lingers a little longer, subtle touches that feel natural and comfortable, the way she listens closely to what you say, playful teasing that creates a light and joyful atmosphere, and the effort she makes to spend time with you. These small signals may seem simple, but they reveal a lot about attraction and emotional connection. The real wisdom is this: don't rush, don't overanalyze, and don't force anything. Instead, be calm, observant, and respectful. Pay attention to how people respond to your presence. When interest is genuine, it shows itself through consistent actions, not just words. Focus on building real conversations, mutual respect, and positive energy between you and others. That is how strong and meaningful relationships begin. I truly hope these insights help you see interactions with more clarity and confidence. If this video gave you something useful to think about, feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoy this kind of content, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Take care of yourself, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video.